A couple of weeks after that event happened, my husband and his band played at another venue, and I went to that show with my daughter. It was at a pub in a town in Perth, and we were not sitting at the bar. We were sitting away from the bar. Now, many years ago, I studied hospitality. I studied hotel management, so I know the whole thing about distance and children and alcohol. So we were sitting down watching the band. The band did its first set. Then there was a break. And when the second set started, the manager came up to me and said, "You have to go out." I said, "Why?" He says, "You have to leave. You are with an underage child. You have to go out." And I said, "We're not standing at the bar. Legally, I can be here. My husband's playing in the band. I can actually stand here or sit here, and it's fine. Legally, it's fine." And he said, "No, you have to leave. So get out." As clear as day. So I got my daughter, and as we walked past the band, I said to my husband, "We've been chucked out." And he carried on playing, the band kept on playing. And as we were going out, a guy followed us. And then when we were standing outside, this guy came up to me, or myself and my daughter, and said, "I am so sorry about what has happened." And I asked him, I said, "So, was that racist?" And he goes, "Absolutely. This was a white Australian apologizing to me for what he had witnessed." So these are things, this theme is reoccurring. Doesn't matter where I am. It happens. I'm not the only one that is affected by this, but I'm just bringing up these isolated incidents just to try to kind of build a story or a common theme. And the thing is that it's not so much about what has happened, it's about how does one deal with this. I will encounter this in various ways all over the world. But how do I deal with it so that I am not rattled and I can actually process it while it's happening so it doesn't stay in my body? Because once it stays in my body, it will manifest or turn into some disease. So I need to have a way of releasing it. And if I'm not able to speak to the people around me because they don't actually understand my experience, because it's not a shared experience, how am I to find a way to deal with this? Come and see me. You need to see a therapist, a counselor who has experienced these kind of things, who has experience of these situations, and they can share how they dealt with it, and we can actually find a way, I can find a way, you and I can work out what is the best way for you that makes sense to you with regard to your experiences and everything that forms you, so that we can actually put this kind of thing in its place so it no longer plays a prominent part in your life.